Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm doing cards number 17 to 24 of 100 Days of Creating. I'm using this opportunity, this 100 days, to get back into painting after several months of not doing anything. And it's been good. I'm trying not to put pressure on myself, and I'm focusing on working on different aspects of the painting process for me. Today I'm working on cards that already have some excess paint on it. I just covered one card with acrylic paint just to give it a background. And I did that because the other two already has paint on them. So I thought let's just unify it and do that. Today I thought I'd work with brown. And again, I'm going to work on my tints and my shades. Tints meaning I'm going to add white to the natural color, and shade meaning I'm going to add black to the natural color. So this time I'm trying my best to do it the right way. So I'm adding white, so I'm making my tint, and instead of like just doing a swatch with it, just to see the different shades, because you know how you could do that and just have the different grades going from the darkest to the lightest, I'm actually just yes, it's a what do you call this? An index card, but I am using it to make something. It's not a landscape painting or a flower, but it's still a piece of abstract art that I'm hoping to like. Yeah. So I'm working on brown. Now I have that card on top that is black. It's covered in shades of black already. Sorry, shades of gray already. But for now, we're going to do the browns. My intention really was to do the brown, but that piece has, it's gray on top, so I wasn't sure yet how I was going to handle that one. But for now, we're focusing on the browns, and I'm adding bits of white, some white, and gradually getting lighter and lighter so that I could see I will have different layers of paint and different layers of shades happening on my card, which actually was it was a nice, it was something nice for me to practice and to see visually how I could get the different shades and the effect that it would have on the painting. I really enjoyed this process very much. My intention isn't to be delicate and precious. It's about play, it's about exploring, it's about, for me anyway, I just wanted to play, I wanted to explore, I wanted to see how it would look if I used the spatula. I wanted to see what it would look like when I used my brush. I wanted to feel how it would feel to use these different tools as well. I wanted to feel the impact of it when I added water, because this is just paint. I haven't added water to it. So eventually I will add some water, and I wanted to see and feel the difference, because when we create, it affects us not just tactically, not just with our hands, but it affects our emotions, and it creates some kind of feeling in us, and we might feel happy or at peace or grossed out or upset by it. So and I wanted to experience what doing certain things would make me feel, and then if I wanted to continue with that feeling, then I would continue using that tool or device or that paint to keep creating that feeling. So it was a nice experiment, and based on where I'm at right now, it was definitely very much needed. And I don't know for you when you're creating, but sometimes when I do it, I feel a release, and I go in sometimes I don't even realize, but I go into by my desk feeling a bit heavy without even realizing it sometimes, and other times, and then I would come out feeling lighter. So I'm liking how this looks a lot. I'm going to really try to work on this glare that's happening. I tried kind of in between this painting to fix it. But that looks like a baby. See, I was pointing it out. It looks like or a person, lying down on their side, curled up. I just thought that was amazing. The things that, it's like clouds when you look up and you see different shapes. Yeah. So I was fascinated by these. And when I do this type of painting, I'm always fascinated by what I see. It's amazing. I think at some point I want to include some watercolor pencils, water soluble pencils, and even maybe pastels to also have that experience and see what happens, in the creating process. See what happens to my mood, to my mind, and to the whatever I'm creating. At this point, I'm adding in the white because I find that there's too much brown, and I did the white and I excused myself for it because I thought that I'm already adding white to the brown to get different shades of the brown. So why not add white? And I didn't want it too heavy all the time, and I didn't want it to look like if I put it there on purpose, so to speak. So I'm just kind of dragging and scraping and rolling the brush around on my cards to get the different shapes and blooms and, the effects that makes me feel good when I look at it. It's nothing specific that I'm looking to do. Like if I'm drawing a plant, there's a specific way it's supposed to go. I'm not doing that. I'm just rolling and pushing and pulling and dragging to and then my mind would say, ah, yes. Or sometimes, you exhale like, oh yeah, that's a good one. So the experimental process is fantastic. Now I'm adding the black because I found that the starter brown that I used, it was just kind of mid brown, and I wanted to get a deeper brown. So I said, okay, let's start adding some black now to get our shade. Sorry about that. Let's start adding our black to see if we could get a darker brown, and it worked. I love it. I love this brown so much. It's, dare I say, sexy. And here now I decided to add the water because, I wanted to have less control. That was why I did that. And so I just added some liquid. It's very, very wet in those areas where I added it. And I'm just pulling and pushing and rolling again, trying to get my shapes in, trying to get some blending in, but some not. And that's what it's about. Those specific things that I'm looking for. I really enjoy doing these. And I'm looking forward to your comments. Let me know which ones you like or like least and why. There are some that I like only parts of, even though it's so small already. But there are some that I only like certain parts of it. And again, so this is a very hard brush caked with paint that I forgot to wash out. But I thought it could be fun to use it to get some interesting marks. So, and of course I did not throw it away. I'm adding white with this, and I'm just scratching and brushing and, shoving it on the card, and it feels, honestly, it feels good. I guess, some people would go in a gym and they'd punch a punching bag. I don't know if this is similar, but it feels really good to just do that. Just, I'm going to put you here. Shove, 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 shove. Scratch, scratch, scratch. However, it come out. But not so much because I still want to do stuff, It might have too much and I might wipe it off. But this was nice having this even less control than I would normally have. And then looking at the outcome of it. It would be nice to hear from you if you paint like this sometimes to just, you know, just to paint. Because, sometimes you want to do stuff, but you don't want to be particular or specific. And you just want to play with paint. So if you do that, let me know what that's like for you and what do you do? Do you, I know some people, they need to have some level of control. So they might draw squares and paint those squares. And it still could work as just a page. Actually, I'm talking about this now and I'm thinking this would actually be a really good one to do. I think I might do that. I'll have to write it down though because I'll forget. But so I'm putting those aside to dry and I'm bringing back in my gray piece. Since it's already gray, I'm going to do black. It's going to be a black and white and gray piece instead. So with this one, I'm starting off with a wet brush. So the marks that I'm making, they're spreading and they're not staying exactly where I put it. And it's a nice feeling. What I'm trying to do is be mindful of not adding too much black, which I have a tendency to do. I like black a lot. And in my opinion, I find my hand gets very heavy with it. But I'm trying my best not to have too much, for it not to be too dark. That's basically it. So I'm coming in with my white and trying to get that done. This mark that's on the bottom, kind of right, that's like a sharp point. I really love that mark. I'm trying to enhance it and not spoil it. My hand just covered it. I really, really like that mark. And I think it's okay to just like certain areas. And then I didn't realize that they were still so wet. So when I put the black and this spreading is happening on the right, I just love it. It kind of looks like a bull, like some kind of cow at this point. The way that it spread, I think it's so cool. And then that mark I just put, it looks kind of like some other type of animal, sort of. I'm seeing so many things. And then I spread it and the cow is gone. But it was wetter than I thought it was. And now the white is slipping into the black on that right side there. And that's creating a whole new look. I love it. Now it looks like legs, like somebody's running away. I don't know if you could see it on that part that I flipped up there just now. All right, I find it's too wet, so I'm just wiping up some of that wetness, soaking it up just a bit. It's still wet, and now I'm adding some more. I wanted to get some blood blobs for one. Yeah, I want to get blobs, not splashes, not delicate splashes. I wanted to get some blobs on. But this was nice. This was fun and playful and a bit wild because it was just, flinging paint on, pulling and scratching, and it was just lovely. See, it's really wet, really, really wet. Love it. But that mark down below, that swipe of the black there, I love that mark. And I tried my best not to cover it up. I wanted it to be part of the card no matter what. So at this point, I felt like it needed more, and I know I was just going to use the black, just the one color, but I thought to myself, I think I want to add red to just a very small area of red to all the cards. So it's supposed to be a pop of red, but this red is so interesting. It looks pink when I put it down, and I didn't like it at all. I don't. It looks very pink. See, it looks red on the block, but I guess it's too red. So I'm now adding black to it, hoping to get it to be a deeper red. I would say red because it looks pink. So now I'm going to work on it to try my best to get the red to look more red and just add them to all the cards. This was actually kind of difficult because I didn't know where to put it and I didn't know how to put it. The one on the right kind of just spread on its own and became what it wanted to be. And honestly, I didn't too like that shape. I Not too much. This one, it was supposed to be like a small circle and now it's just spreading and spreading and becoming bigger and bigger. I really wanted the red to be a small, just a small bit on each card. But so this piece I'm working on is actually 3 pieces. Yeah, this one in the middle I don't like at all. And I'm trying to fix it, but I really, really, really don't like it. So I'm putting it off to dry. And now I'm trying here to figure out how to put the red on this card. Now the red is close to the brown, so I wasn't sure how that would look. But because of what I was experiencing with the gray card, I thought I'm going to add a bigger area of red, but still smaller than the rest of, the cards. Still not overpowering or taking up more than half of the card. I just wanted it in one smaller area. So now I'm adding it not just like a circle or a dot. I'm spreading it out, but trying to keep it small as well. It was fun. And it made me think because I had to figure out where I wanted it and how to fit it into the rest of the card. So that was nice to be able to focus on and work towards. And here I'm trying to decide if to add it somewhere else because remember I just wanted it in one spot, but I changed my mind on this one. But I'm trying my best to keep it small. So I'm trying to add it so it's part of the card and it doesn't look separate. That was difficult for me too. But it was fun at the same time. I thought it would be best to cut this card one time because I wanted to work on it individually to get the red in the quote-unquote proper place. But yeah, looking at it and trying to decide. Yeah, I found that looked like a fish. Check out my charades action. Yeah, so I'm just adding red in just small areas. Just a little pop here and there. See, it's tiny, just tiny. Cute. Don't know if it will stay like that though. This one I thought let's just spread it. But it's still taking up a very small area of the card compared to the brown and the white. I didn't want it to be take up like a third of the card. It was just to have a pop of color, of other color. So these 2 pieces I actually really, really like. This is my fish one. Yeah, I did decide to add more color to it. And I'm just adjusting this one, trying to deepen some of the areas and spread it out a bit. But those 2 to the top, I love a lot. This one, I feel like I should have spread that red a little longer because the shape is similar to the dark brown next to it. Here, I think I'm going to mix a lighter color because I found that the card was a bit busy, had gotten too busy. So I'm going to cover some of the busyness. Then I looked at the other card and I thought, you're kind of busy too, so I'm going to tone that side down as well, using the same light brown, kind of tan color. I separated them because I wanted to see how it really looks individually. Yeah, this one I feel now that I should have extended the red more because it's similar in shape, size to the dark brown next to it, but it's fine. And I'm toning down all of these, just going in brave, smudging out some areas so it will kind of blend in, and trying to get some, yeah, that's nice. So you could see more by covering up more. That's interesting. So I decided I was done and I stuck them in my book. I didn't think you needed to see that process again. I used masking tape to stick it. I painted my background this time so you don't have to go through that. I love this one apparently. Yeah, this one still have issues for me, but I love the bottom part of it. Really love this bottom piece. And this red. I don't know if I'll go in and change it, but somehow I think the black didn't dry and it transferred onto the brown, so it kind of messed up my cards. But that's okay. It's like my journal for reference in the future. And I have these two. The one on the right is nice too. And that's about it. I love how fat my book is getting. It makes me very happy. So these are my cards. Let me know what you think. Which ones you like best or less. I kind of rhymed. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope it is encouraging you to go and create as well. See you soon. Bye.